Powertrain means the engine, the transmission, drive shafts, differentials, and components that are required to deliver torque to the drive wheels of a vehicle. So for any vehicle, any used vehicle that's sold with less than 200,000 kilometers on it, the dealer must provide a warranty on the powertrain for at least 30 days or 1,000 kilometers, whichever occurs first. So if a consumer on the 29th day brings a vehicle back to you and they have less than 1,000 kilometers on it, and a component of the transmission or something with the engine shot, they have the right to reject that vehicle because that's an immediate breach of substantial character. So the consumer, they can reject that vehicle, but they can also choose to have that vehicle repaired. If they're choosing to have it repaired, the dealer can have the consumer pay a maximum of $200 towards the cost of repair. So essentially, it's a deductible. Okay. We've taken the position in-house here that if the price of repair is prohibitive, so say I always use the example of a classic car, and one of the components has failed, and it's gonna be really, really expensive for that dealer to fix that component. We're saying that the dealer doesn't have to fix it because the cost kind of outweighs what the vehicle is actually worth. So what would happen in that case? The consumer would reject the vehicle. The dealer would return any funds, unwind the deal, make the consumer whole, and then the dealer can kind of do what they want to do with that vehicle. But typically, the consumer does have the right to either reject it or have it repaired. There's a kind of a misnomer out there, a misunderstanding that it ends. Some dealers think that it ends once that 30 days, 1,000 kilometers is up. With respect to the powertrain warranty, that there's no other warranties that apply in the legislation. That's not it at all. So this minimum warranty does not remove or reduce any other warranty provided by the Act, the dealer, the manufacturer, or any other party. So there's other, with respect to the Consumer Protection Business Practices Act, there's other clauses in there that speak to reasonable durability and those types of things. So those pieces in that piece of legislation, or those sections in that piece of legislation, still apply. This minimum powertrain warranty is just something over and above that. Minimum warranty provisions do not apply that during the minimum warranty period that the vehicle was used in a manner that was not reasonably intended when it was sold. So they can be demonstrated that during this minimum warranty period that the vehicle was misused or abused in a manner that wasn't intended or wasn't reasonably intended for when it was sold, or if the problem with the component resulted in a failure was disclosed in writing, in writing to the consumer before or at the time the consumer signed the contract, the right to reject for that specific component wouldn't exist. So if it can be demonstrated that during the minimum warranty period that the vehicle was used or misused in a manner that was not reasonably intended when it was sold, that minimum warranty does not apply. Or if the problem with the component that resulted in the failure was disclosed in writing to the consumer before or at the time the consumer signed the vehicle contract and the consumer acknowledged the disclosure in writing, again, this minimum warranty would not apply.